Existentialism originated from French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre, and it's primarily contemplating human existence and the questions arising from such, and it's not something you'd expect to see in rock music, and definitely not J-rock with a band of colorful, aggressive women, but you'd find that the very act of rock and roll in general is very existential in design, and these women simply talk about the struggles of existence within society. This is Gacharic Spin, a J-rock band with heavy emphasis on bass and the aggressive rapid-fire lyrics. I made a video on them a very long time ago, but I don't like it. Ever since Mindset was released and the new vocalist Angelina III started taking more control over the melodies, the band has reached a new life and their quality has been incredible. You got band leader with the dopest name ever, F. Chapakoga, who rocks the bass like... She started the band in 2009 after departing from another group and nearly abandoned music altogether until she finally formed a band with her high school friend, Hannah, this blue-haired talent who started as a drummer vocalist before moving on to rhythm guitar and vocals. Anyone who can play drums and sing at the same time will always get my respect. Plus, look at her drum with a cowbell on her head. Oh, that's adorable. For the lead guitar, they found an alien from the planet Nicolene named Tomozo, who has this wonderfully bright smile. Oh, and she shares the same September birthday with me. Oh, wow! She, who was always wearing pretty dresses as the kawaii character and rocking the guitar with technical precision and catchy riffs. This was when they had Army, their original lead vocalist who sadly passed away in 2015, leading to Hannah to take on main vocals along with Oreo, Riona, my favorite member because she is just so freaking weird. Whether she's wearing a cheeseburger outfit or looking like someone packed all the colors of the 90s and blasted it with Lori Petty. Like, look at the gray Muda, spray red mist in her face, and she likes it. She's the band's sexy member, which is hilarious because, like, this is sexy to her. She's also the keyboardist, and I love watching her antics behind her keys, the dancing, and the backup singing. You may not always hear her, but she is brilliant on there and adds so much to the band's sound. They would have a side quest that led to my discovery of them by teaming with Lightbringer and future unlucky Morpheus vocalist Fuki, one of the most beautiful women on the planet. With that powerful vibrato to form Cute Voltron, aka Doll's Box. But once that project ended, they were left without a front woman. The main vocals were left behind a drum set and keyboards, leaving no one to interact with the audience. Their solution were 3 girls called the Gacha dancers to choreograph typical idol dances. They would all eventually leave the band for various reasons, leaving the duties back to Hannah, who needed a drummer to take over her role. So they found Yuri, a 28-year-old woman who looks far younger than I honestly thought, but there was a missing aspect to their live act. With their aggressive, hyperactive sound, they needed someone to embody that, and not only did they find someone to fill that role, but she completed them. Angelina III.
You will remember me this day forward.
This third Japanese, Spanish, and Filipina wild, hyper, and super aggressive pink-haired, cracked-out, emotional, and awesome, fun-loving girl. Was so small. Aww, she's small. So small. And thus, Gacharic Spin, after 10 years, had finally achieved their final form. This new Gacharic Spin released bangers of funky bass riffs of Koga, complemented with Tomozo's excellent guitar work, Oreo's master keys and weirdness, Yuri's upbeat drumming, Hannah's vocals, and Angelina's energy, her screaming like... with highly emotional performances from Angelina, who never had any stage presence prior to the band, and here she is, delivering her heart out with such passion. You can feel it through the screen without the translation, but once translated, you see that she's pouring her heart out with existential themes that are coming out of a young girl's mouth, and I'm far from their audience, yet it resonates with me because of its ubiquity. You got Mindset, a groovy song with a dope bass and guitar playing off each other, with Angelina ranting about the societal expectations of being a good girl and how suffocating this is, how she wants to be let out and be free to be her own individual person, releasing the pink hair and being her true self. Plus, the song rocks the interlude where all the instruments play off each other in a call and response. These women are talented musicians, just like injected into my veins. You have one of my favorite songs from them, I Wish I, an emotionally delivered song where Angelina, Hannah, and Oreo play off each other with their vocals, making it sound schizophrenic to represent the anxiety of being a young person living in society. Angelina delivering one of her best performances in this live video, shouting out her frustrations and angst. And this wonderful chorus. Again, I am far from their audience, but I resonate with their existential angst. You have a really fun and downright insane track with Kachi Kachi Yama, a track that sounds theatrical at times, with the cultural references and the story played out. Kachi Kachi Yama being a Japanese folklore about a raccoon dog called a tanuki that was captured by a man who was going to kill him, but the tanuki tricked the wife into setting him free, only for the tanuki to kill her and shapeshift into her, cooking the dead wife into a stew and having the husband eat her. As revenge, the friendly rabbit took on a series of torturous I saw the devil-esque revenge schemes onto the tanuki, like lighting him on fire and other crazy things, and eventually they raced in a lake, but the tanuki foolishly made a boat out of mud and sank to the bottom. However, Gacharic Spin literally spins the story into a modern fable of standard office work in Japan and seemingly relays the message of how she was wrong to blame the tanuki and not see both sides of the story. There's also references to Momotaro and demons and stuff, but I'm missing so much lore about the song, but it's an insane track with a really catchy chorus. Replica is as existential as it gets, a song literally asking, who are you? Are you your name? Your job? Income? Each day of the week, we are just replicas going into the world, being what we think society expects us to be. And it's all fake. The chorus is so addictive, with Angelina asking, where's the real you at? As Tyler Durden says, you're now your fucking khakis. Who are we when we lose sense of ourselves? A question that has no answer. Baku Baku, which according to Google means vague and obscure, has lyrics that, to me, represent whatever meaning the person hearing the song wants it to mean. It's a banger of a song with a chorus that has Hanago like. And even then, the challenge to the status quo is present, with Angelina really shining and going off how despite whatever the status quo is, the answer is to not stop the music. Never stop. Lastly, GS's most recent song, Let It Beat. Once again, a dive into the existential questions over a funky rhythm section and even whistling. Asking why God can't answer the question of the meaning of life, only we can. And it's not for conflict, it's for embracing each other. And for Tomozo to rip an awesome solo like. But why are we here? Living to just be alive? Then what happens if we live in a world where we forgot to live? We are not loved for simply existing, but perhaps we should be. Isn't that enough? Gacharic Spin, leaving us with the questions. Questions that are too deep to answer. This is why I love this band. Other than being ultra talented, and other than watching Angelina truly grow as a vocalist, the band's existential themes and questions are ubiquitous across the globe and aggressively delivered across funky and rocking rhythms of a very, very talented band. Gacharic Spin is in their final form, and yet there's still so much room for them. Man, what talent. What talent. Many thanks to all my Patreon sponsors. We have Jeff, the Up Channel Geek and Noah's Dad, Anthony Ali, Knowledge Tees, Renee Valdez, Isha Trace, Maddox, Justin Stein, Matthew Pelichuska, Neo Zevu, Terrence, Dan, Kev, Mullen, Adam K, Ray Kanashige, Party Money 520, Funquicks Videos, Juggernaut Graphics, Shopping.wave, Aaron, Zacharias, 45222, I Want Victims, GLA, Julia, Sunglasses, Chihuahua, Paul, Darren, Pickle Slimer, Scott Racer, Steven Siemens, Commentary, D Smoon, Little Choop Choop, Tony Davis, Jesse the Outlaw, and Dodge Morningstar. Thank you all so much. Thank you.